friends, it's me, Berg, and today we're doing our calm, cozy, and capable January weekly with our Nightingale Paper Company. I am so excited. It's going to be great. Come on, let's go plan. I help overwhelmed women feel more calm, cozy, and capable with planners, stickers, and simple routines. Hi, I'm Berg. Let's get started planning this week. Today, we're going to be working my Happy Planner Big, and we're going to be planning, we're going to be planning the 19th through the 25th, and we are going to use Nightingale Paper Company, yay! I'm so excited to be with you today. Here's your Nightingale Paper Company, just to show you what it looks like. We might use all of these, we might not. We'll see. This is actually the journaling one, isn't that cute? I will link all of these, of course, in the description below for you. Listen, this workout will tie to our sidebar. We're gonna do the same as we've been doing this month. See, our monthly sidebar will tie to this, and then our dashboard ties to it. Let's get started. Okay, so let's do our washi first. I got a bunch of washies. Some of these are not gonna work, but I am thinking for this one, and this is just washi I picked up at, I would say Michael's, I think. Isn't that cute? Those will go, I think will go on with that, and then some of this, put that in there too. Isn't that pretty? Okay, oh man, no. Let's do this. This kind of looks like snowflakes, doesn't it? Okay, so let's get started with this stuff. Okay, so let's start with this washi, and I am going to cover up this stuff up here with a couple different washies, but I want the stickers to stick, so I'm not going to use the glitter up here. Let's do the weekdays now, and that is the 19th through the 25th. I got 2 in a row, didn't I? There we go, 20. Let's see. You can also write these. You don't have to do what I'm doing. I just had these numbers from an old set. This is an old Planner Kate set that I have. I keep some of the old stuff if I know I'll use it in just like a folder that I can stick in my notebook. So when I go to plan, if I've got like numbers, I know numbers I use, days, appointment boxes I will use, that kind of stuff. And 25 is Sunday. I'll make that stand out. Cute, huh? Now let's do our sidebar. And we're going to be doing this week first. And then what we'll do, this keeps us organized, is we'll also put our events in here this week, and then we can add them to the days. It just keeps you from forgetting stuff. And what I do here is I put the big events on the days. Like I know on the 22nd, which is Thursday, I have a doctor's appointment, so I'll put doctor's appointment. I know I have a derm appointment on, or another doctor's appointment on Wednesday. Friday, I have a lunch. On Monday, I have a meeting, 1 o'clock for my Creators Cove. So those are really all my events. I'll just put church down here because we do have church on Sunday. So then I see them here and then I put them in here so I don't forget them. I'm going to do a next section and it's going to be notes and next week kind of a thing. So I'm going to put that here and that will just note important things next week. As I go through the week, I will put things in here that I need to remember for next week. Do have one. I need to call the vet again. So there we go. I know I need to do that on Monday. And I'm going to put a next week sticker. One that matches these again are Planner Kate's. Aren't they cute? Next week, I'm going to do that one. That seems to match, doesn't it? That's cute. Planner Kate has some great stickers just like this that you can use. I think they make your planner look nice. All right, so we got this week, next week. Now, here we can put some notes maybe because I like to have those. And we'll do it this way. Actually, do notes here. Again, we're going to use a Planner Kate. And we can get something that sort of matches. Let's use that purpley one down here this time for notes. Then we can write anything we need to on here, things we don't want to forget, just any little thing. Now, the last section is going to be our grateful section. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to kind of layer some stickers here. For my notes, grateful, put grateful, grateful, thankful. This keeps your head in the right space. You want to keep yourself positive for the week. And so this really helps, I have found, if you think of something. Now here we're going to do our minimum baseline, and I'm going to just put minimum baseline. And that is, if I can do these 3 things in this busy week, I'm going to remain calm, cozy, and capable because I know I have not overdone it. I'm just dropping the bar if I need to. And this comes from my dashboard. Okay, so let's do the minimum baseline. And that is to remind ourselves we just need to plan 2 dinners. And you know what? Hold on. Let's do it this way. I need to do 3 of them. 1. Again, these are, the minimum that I have to do to feel calm, cozy, and capable for the week. If I can do these, I'm good to go, right? Even though I may not accomplish anything else on my list, but I am good to go here. Okay, so we're gonna do, I have to plan 2 dinners. This is what I decided at the beginning of the month. And then I need to do 10 minutes of movement. So if I can do these 3 things each week, I'm golden. And then I want to get to bed bedtime 2 times in a week, 2 times. There you go. So I can do these 3 things in here somewhere. I'm good to go. So that is our sidebar. We've got this week, we've got next week, any kind of notes we need to take, our minimum baseline, plus our grateful for section. All right, we're already feeling calm. You should be feeling much better as we go. So we need to use these stickers as a purpose. I don't just lay these down. I fill the days that I know that have something that are really filled. So like Monday, I know we do have the day off. But I have a meeting, so I can't plan anything on that day. So I will take a cute little sticker and I will put something here. The other thing, well, wait a minute. You know what? I think I'm going to do a double layout on this because here is what's going on this whole week. We've got Tuesday, I've got work. And so I'm probably going to be making up, stuff from Monday. So it's going to be a long day of work. And then I've got the cleaning ladies coming, so I'm going to have to clean on that day. So we're going to fill that space up. We've got this filled up. Now I know if we put a little thing in there, that means don't fill it up, right? So we're taking up space, so we know we can't add a bunch of things in there. And this helps us with our planning. So Monday and Tuesday are taken care of. And you know what? I need to put cleaning ladies on there because I don't have it. So you can see this is a very busy week. On top of this, I have work on Tuesday and Wednesday. So we're gonna wanna fill up these rows with cute stickers so we know we're not gonna be planning a whole lot because Wednesday is work plus a doctor's appointment. We're gonna wanna plan easy dinners. This, I have a doctor's appointment here and one on Friday. Oh no, I've got a doctor's appointment plus work on this one, and I've got a doctor's appointment on this as well. So, and then on here, I have the ladies' luncheon. So we are just filling up with all kinds of goodies. So let's do this. And Saturday, we know we got the Star Wars. So let's do a little montage here also. So we can fill up the days. We have a wonderful busy week this week. I'm so excited about it. But as you can see, we're planning to have some time in there. We've got to remember to plan ourselves some resty time, some time to relax so that we can do our self-care and just ease into the weekend. I'm gonna put it in the middle because we also have church on this day, but this is gonna be a relaxing day. This is gonna be pretty relaxing too with just the thing at night. All right, so isn't that great? Doesn't this look adorable? It's turning out so cute. I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling more calm, more cozy, more capable already. Now let's put our general stuff in here. And I wanna show you what I've done with this. I have a folder, this is from Hubman and Showgirl. From something that I purchased, and I've got the normal stickers in here, so I can just pick this up and I've got what I want. I even have stuff in here for my health planner, just different things that I use on a regular basis, and that way I know it's here. And look, the self-care stickers that I was using this month. Okay, so let's plan everything out on normal stuff. We've got our dry cleaning on Wednesday. Okay, so I know I've got to use the trash, so I'm going to put trashes on Thursday. No, that's coming. And then we're going to use the shop. Now this is her character, Nightingale Paper Company's character Winston, which I absolutely love. And now let's do our work. And here's how I like to do my work. I'm going to do these, and you will put 2 here and 1 of these here. These rings do make it kind of difficult sometimes, but I usually work around that. All right, now we're going to put work, and we'll put work. And then I will put the time that I work so I know, but let's see, we have a little Winston. This is a winter Winston going off to work with a coffee. I think that's cute. We're going to put that there beside that. Okay, I also have one with a computer that looks cute. We're gonna do this one today. Now, I've got a meeting here, so let's do that. I think, do we have everything? These are our normal things. We've got work, we've got a dry cleaning, trash day, shot. Now, let's start putting in our normal everyday things using our appointment boxes. I am using my Papermate pens here. I have got a pink one. I've got a blue. So cute, sorry, I'm rattling. I have got a purple. Isn't that cute? So these all match, and then I'll bring in a gray. That'll work. So these are all my Papermates. They're the gel markers, and I have black too in case I want it. Okay, so let's do a few things now. All right, this is our day off. So let's mark this as day off, and I am just gonna use a pen here, and I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna put day off. How fun is this? I think the gray will look pretty. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? Oh yeah, that's gonna be pretty. Okay, perfect. Now, let me show you what you can do with this just to make it a little fancier and stand out a little bit more. Is you can take a colored marker or a regular one, and you just put day off. Just trace inside the lines, and then it really defines the letters, but it kind of makes them stand out too. And you can draw in these boxes, and that really delineates the day. I think it makes it look good. Isn't that cool? Okay, so that's how you do that. Now, let's get our appointments and things going. I am going to put a blue, and I'm going to put Creators Cove, and that is going to be at 1 o'clock on Monday. And that is our last one. That's my group that I have that helps me come up with different things and keep me moving on my YouTube. So I'm going to do a little YouTube sticker on that. Let's do a yellow, because I ended up having a bit of an issue with that. So it's a tough week. I had an issue with my editing was not good. So I did not get the video up this week that I needed, but that's okay. We're moving forward on that, that's for sure. I had problems with the sound and then everything else. I also had some coffee time, so let's do that as well. I'll put that sticker up there and we will do coffee time. We always have room for coffee time, right? I have to do that every day. Okay, coffee time. I did editing video, and then I'm just gonna put problems because it was just crazy. So I filmed with a new program. My voice was off, but what I forgot is I didn't realize I wasn't recording things, and that was a problem. All right, so there's that. Okay, my daughter called me and we had a wonderful meal this night. It was hamburger rice. So I'm gonna put that here. She got my daughter got this off TikTok. She sent me the video, but it didn't really tell quantities or anything. It just, you couldn't even tell the spices she was using. So I went out and looked it up. I'm sure I grabbed some recipe I found, and I, kind of sort of added my own flavors to it, but it was awesome. I loved it. So we're gonna do this. And I will do this as well. Let's do this. It's pretty. These colors are so calming, pastel and pretty, that you can't help but feel calm when you look at this planner and this spread. And that's what I like about this. I love the simpleness of Winston. She just really does these cute things. And honestly, you can put anything in here and it will look good on these little lines. I'm going to put a little stars on there because I think those are good. Or you could consider these snowflakes, couldn't you? They might just be snowflakes. Okay, aren't these cute? Let's put one above her head too. So that was Monday. Now Tuesday I had work, but I also had the cleaning ladies. A purple this time, cleaning ladies, and I absolutely love my cleaning ladies. I use cleaning ladies because every 2 weeks I know I've got to have my house looking picked up because they don't come to pick up your stuff. Cleaning ladies are there to clean your house. So it helps me keep my house up. So that's why I do it. And they come every 2 weeks and I absolutely love them. So let me do my quick pickup here, actually up here. And let's do pink, quick cleanup. Now, tell me how your week is going. Can you put in the comments, what's one thing that you're enjoying this week? One thing that's helping you relax, stay calm? Let me know. I would love to know what you're doing to feel more calm, more cozy, and more capable in your life. I hope that this planning helps you to do that as we all strive for that. Okay, now that's your quick cleanup. We had coffee time, so I'm going to put coffee time up here. And I have some adorable coffee time Winstons, which we will help ourselves with. Isn't that cute? I love the big coffee cup and the small Winston. Some days I need this. We'll put that one on there in a little bit. So that was this week. So let's do some light pink. That is always cute and wanted. Now you can put the line down before you put the stickers. I do that too. Today I'm just in the mood to do it this way. It does not matter what you do, just so you get it down. And this should be really, planning these days out like I'm doing it should really be a daily thing that you do. I'm just showing you how to do it. If you set aside some time daily, either at night or in the morning, and then each time you do it, you need to check off what you got done so you feel accomplished and congratulate yourself, because you are working very hard and doing things, a lot of things, and you don't realize how much you're doing. I need to call the vet because I've got to get some things set up, and I needed to call the doctor. Okay, so let me show you what I do with these now. I am preferring to do things this way. You can also put little lines up there, but this just seems to help me. This is what I've been doing lately. So then when I'm finished, like I've done the doctor, I can check it off and I know I've done it. Cute. And then if, let's say I called the vet but I didn't call the doctor, I can forward that to the next day or when I have time. But I know I've got to forward it if I put the little arrow there. It was a long day at work. I think I worked from 11 to 4 that day. And then I came home and we had TV together, Matt and I. We've been watching Stumble. Have you guys watched Stumble? It is adorable. The funniest darn thing. We watched Stumble. It's this cheerleading. It's funny. You gotta listen to it though, because it's very fast. So that is what we watched on Tuesday. I watched TV with Matt. What else? Oh, High Potential. I like that too. It's mystery. I really love mysteries. Do you like mysteries? What kind of TV do you like to watch? I like comedies, mysteries, and action. Those are the kind of genres I like. I do get into documentaries too, occasionally. I don't mind a good documentary either. So you tell me what you like. Put it in the comments. Wednesday was a crazy day because not only did I have to get up really early for my doctor's, I had a doctor's appointment, and that was at 8:45. And you know me, I don't know if you know me, but I am not a morning person. I stay up late usually until like 3, and then it's hard for me to get. But I went to bed early. That's why I've got that bedtime. I really am trying to work on doing that. So we're going to do a doctor appointment, and I had that at 8:45. So I put it on my calendar as 8:30. That is another little tip for those of you like me who are constantly late to these sorts of things. Build some time in your calendar for yourself. Actually, I think I'm going to pull this up. We'll put this here, and then we'll put this here, and then we'll have time for coffee time up there. I had no time for coffee time that day. I was rushing out the door, trying to get to the doctor's. It was crazy nutsy. Should have a doctor's. I do have a Winston in a doctor coat. Oh, I'm almost out. I've got to order some more of these. Okay, so look, I've got to order some more of these. So what I will do is I will put down here Winston doctor stickers. Because I'm doing my calendar, I can park things right here. And this is really kind of a mini park it list. Let's see, let's do early wake up. So we're going to do early wake up, and we're going to do coffee on the go. So I'll put early wake up. I had to get up at 6, I think, or 6:30 to go. Now I actually did not put out my dry cleaning this week, so I'm going to do that and forward it. So there's my symbol. I know next week I got to get it out. Okay. All right. Now I did work, and I worked from 10:30 to 4 p.m. that day. And then I had to go to Target. I had so much to get. I got a few of my things that I needed. I really picked up stuff for dinner, I think, that night. So we had tomato soup and grilled cheese that night. So I'm going to put this, and we're going to put Target. So that's why I left at 4, because I had to get to Target and get some stuff. So we're going to put that there. That was one of my errands to run. And I'm going to do this. Just helps it stand out. And then a hot pink one. I did end up doing that, so I will check that off, but I'll wait a minute. Now, we had a wonderful meal. Do you guys have tomato soup and grilled cheese? That's my absolute favorite meal. What is your favorite meal? Do you have a favorite meal? Right now, since it is winter, I love cozy kind of things. This hamburger rice was delicious. I don't know what we did that night. I cannot remember, to be honest with you. We did have several wonderful meals this week. Tomato soup. That was so good. That was so delicious. Okay, so now let's do blue, because we have been doing an awful lot of purple and pinks in here. So there we go. Isn't that great? Okay, so we've got plenty of white space in here. So we're feeling like we've got things together. Cute. So we're layering stickers on markers now. Okay, cute. All right, so isn't this turning out adorable? Don't you feel more calm and cozy already and capable? Just getting things planned and on paper, that is the absolute best. All right, so now let's see what we did on Thursday. Okay, we did do that, but we also had a nice coffee time. So let's do coffee time. Now, one way you can also make your planner look more organized is if you just stick with one color ink. You will see a lot of times people will stick with black, or I've done brown. That also helps, but today I'm feeling awful colorful and fun, so I'm not doing that. I'm doing different color inks because it just brings a little bit of joy to me. I don't know why, but it does. So that's why I'm doing that this week, but I do weeks where I just stick to black as well, and that I find helps because it's all one color. Then you have all your pens ready to go, and you're not hunting around for different ones. But as I've got everything together, and I do put all of my markers and washi tapes together that I'm using for each layout. for the week so that I'm not hunting up those pens and things. That just makes things a lot easier to plan and to take care of. When you know you've got it right there, when you sit down at your desk, I have a little bit of a pencil holder. I put all of my markers in it. I have my ruler and these little things which disappear constantly. And then I have a bowl, which like this, I have a bowl and I put all my washies in there. So I know they're there. I'm not gonna miss it. I also in the bowl have things like these sticky notes where I can write notes and stick them to the next week. In fact, that's what I could do this way. We've got to order Winston stickers and then we need to order makeup. And then I will just put that on the next week. Then when I get a plan that week, I've got that on there. I know I've got to do it. Okay, so next up, we're going to take the trash out. That deserves a little flag here, right? We got our coffee time. Let's get our little coffee time. This guy, I have a feeling that I needed lots of good stuff on that day. Okay, now we have a doctor's appointment here. It was a derm appointment, so I'm going to put a dermatology appointment. And it was just a look over, which was actually very easy. It was at 10 o'clock, which made it nice. 10 a.m., not p.m. Boy, if my doctor was open at 10 p.m., that would be something. So I'm going to put that here. Now, I've got a bunch of things to do, so let me put that here. Got about 4 things. So I'm going to do this little thing here, same color, okay? So I'm going to do this, and then I will put lines with let's try the light blue. That'll be pretty. Okay, so we'll do lines out here. Okay, and then I can write in those lines and they will stand out. So we've got to call the doctor. I forwarded it from Tuesday. I didn't get that done, so I'm going to call the doctor. Okay, and then I just put order makeup, but I'm going to go ahead and do order makeup. And then we had to refilm video, and that was a mess. I'm telling you guys, that's why I'm late on this video, and I needed to clean up the kitchen. Okay, also, I needed to do laundry, and laundry was imperative. So I'm going to make a separate box for that because it is a must do. There is no like maybe. We've got to get my laundry down, so I'm working on that. You know, that is my greatest nemesis. You guys know that. You know that's my big nemesis. I've got several cute laundries for Winston. Here he is. Isn't that cute? So this was not a maybe. This was I had to get done. And I've been doing lots of laundry, so that was good. Now, so we made chili last week, and so I'm using that up this week, and we're doing a taco salad. So I bought Tostitos. That's what I did at Target. I bought some tostados, and we had cheese, and just like do you remember Wendy's taco salads? It was similar to that. I had the shredded lettuce. It was really good. So that's what we did on Thursday night, and I want to note that. I also got some Happy Mail that day, so I'm going to put Happy Mail on there because I love my Happy Mail. And that was so fun. I love getting mail. So let me find my Happy Mail little Winston. I know it's in here somewhere. I got some Happy Mail. And who was that I got in? I got in, it was this one. Okay, this I ordered way back in December, and it just came in. It was out of the pen. It came from Germany. Did not know that at the time when I ordered it. We're going to use these in just a minute. But anyway, so it was out of the pen. So I like to write that. Then I know how long it really kind of took these things to do. So I probably will not, if I order from them, I'll order something for like summer. So I'm not worried about it because I don't know whether it got lost or just the postage they use. I don't know what happened, but anyway. And we had TV again that night. We usually watch a little TV together. That's one of our things that we do as a couple. We try to find a show and, you know, just watch a little TV. I probably watched British TV too. I love British TV. I've got BritBox plus Acorn. I love all those mystery things they do. They just do such great stuff. So I'm going to put this here. We'll change this around a little bit. It's always good to do that, right? We can change our mind. No problem. All right, here we go. Now, so we watched, I love, so we had the taco salad, which was really good. I don't know what happened. My chili was not very flavorful. Usually it's better. a few nights later, but it just was not. I think I watched Midsummer Murders, a mystery show. If you know me, you know I like that. I also read at night. I got to read my book, so that's a little bit of self-care, which means I get to put a star on my dashboard. I read in bed, so I'm going to put reading. That was so nice. That's definitely self-care. I'm going to tell you what, I love reading. It just is so calming. And I go right to sleep when I read. I'll tell you what, I can just really go right to sleep. Okay, so that was that day. So see how busy this week has turned out to be, but it doesn't feel bad because I've left white space in here and I'm planning out my things. Friday, the lawn people came this day, but I was not able to get the check out to them. I actually was busy at the time and could not do it. So I need to remind myself to put the check in the mail on Friday. So let me do this. I have a bill. So here's my bill. And I do have somewhere, I have a lawnmower. Here they are. Thursdays, I do a lot of errands. That's my typical errand day because I don't have work and I usually am off. Okay, so I know I've got to do a bill for that. There we go. Then I'll know. That's a reminder to me to do that. Get it in the mail for them. Okay, now we also had coffee time, which was so nice. I like my coffee time, quiet, relaxing. And listen, if you have somebody who comes down and hijacks your quiet time, turn on the TV and just say, listen, I am trying to gear up for the day and relax. So I would like to talk to you, but let's talk and you name the time. That really does help. It will make a difference if you need some downtime and someone is bugging you. It's putting up a little bit of a boundary and it really does help. Okay, so that was my coffee time. Let's put another little coffee out there. I probably needed a giant one that day, but let's do this one. I need probably 4. All right, now I had a wonderful lunch with friends, which was so awesome. And it was Friday. I love Fridays. Fridays are fun. So I am going to put, Fridays are my fun days, that's for sure. All right, so I'm having lunch and we got there at 10:30 and I did not leave until 1 o'clock, y'all. That's how much we have fun. Okay, so I've got lunch at 10:30 a.m. and I am going to put that here. Let's see, I did laundry, never-ending laundry, and then kitchen. Actually, I did the dishwasher, to be more precise. Dishwasher, and then I did a little planning. Okay, now let's highlight those so we know what we're doing, and we know those will work. There we go. Isn't this fun? Okay, now for dinner, it was Friday night, so we ordered a pizza, and then we watched a brand new show called Steel that somebody had recommended, and I'm telling you guys, that is a crazy show, and we watched 2 episodes. That is a very high energy, intense show. It's not one you want to watch with your kids, but it is good. I am going to put pizza and TV Steel. So that's a new series we've just started. That was great. Okay, and then we went to bed, and then we're at Saturday. I can't believe we made it to Saturday. All right, shouldn't tap like that. Sorry, guys. Let's see. I'm gonna put a TV down here, and then I should do a Winston up there. What happened to my little Winstons? Let's see. Oh, here we go. We'll do my pizza Winstons. Aren't these cute? She has everything. She just really does. And by Friday, okay, Thursday I did try to edit. Again, it did not work. Friday I did the same thing. And I just came to the conclusion that I'm going to have to refilm the whole thing because I missed out on 2 sections of my presentation, as well as the sound was off. I could not get it back. So I'm just going to tell you that took the whole wind out of my sails about videoing and getting things up. And so I had to get back on the horse. That's why it's Saturday and I'm doing this filming today, and I'm going to get this version up and then I'm going to work on the other one again. So that is my plan. But look, if I don't sit down and plan this, I can't allot for that. I can't say, hey, look, this is taking time out. You're kind of backed up on this, you've stopped doing stuff, you need to move forward on something. So planning really helps you look at what you haven't been able to do and plan for doing it at some point. So anyway, it'll keep you calm. I'm a big believer in that. So we had a good week. I did have a great call with my daughter. She's such a sweetie. I had a good phone call with her. That was so fun. Okay, I also organized my kitchen area, organized the tiny little organization area this month is my kitchen. So I organized to go or leftover containers. You know what I'm talking about, right? And the lids. That was so impactful. I love it. Now I've got my lids in one place. I also ended up doing the whole shelf instead of just those. So that turned out to be wonderful. I love this tiny organizing things. I just put 10 minutes and I do it on my timer, and you end up doing that, and then you end up doing a little bit more. So it was great. I also had a call from my daughter. I think that was probably Thursday. So actually it was Friday night. That's what it was. It wasn't. Okay, so call. And because it's a call, I do a little cheerleading sticker. So now let me show you what I'm going to do. It's a call, so it's a cheerleading sticker because it's a win, y'all. I just love talking to my kiddo, right? Who doesn't? Okay, so I'm going to put a little cheerleading sticker here. Okay, and then I like to come back, and at night when I'm looking, I can put a cheerleader sticker on something if I feel like it was good. You know, that helps keep you positive. So if we do something fun, have a good call, I have a good time at lunch, which I did with the ladies, I might put one there. So it just keeps you motivated. All right, I did my organization there. We did all this. Okay, now we are at Saturday. We made it. We have our shot, which we did. We're gonna put a check mark there. We slept in. I know it's an NA day for me, which is a no alarm day. And that was so wonderful. Just telling you. It was fantastic. Okay, so I'm gonna put slept in, and we're gonna put NA day. NA day, which means no alarm, which is so nice. You gotta have one of those a week, right? You know, when my daughter was younger, we did not always get a no alarm day, and I have just picked that right back up when she started in middle school and got a little older. And that is one of the best things. So Saturdays are fun days. Okay, now we did have coffee time, which I'm going to put right here. Coffee time. When I got up about 8. So I didn't sleep in too late, 8:30 I think it was today. So that was nice. And we'll do this for that. Okay. And tonight we have our big night out. We got pizza last night, and tonight we are going to go to the symphony, and we have decided that we're going to have tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches again tonight. So let me do this. So we have got Star Wars. It's Star Wars, and it starts at 7. So I've got to get to Publix also, and we're going to be there at 6. So I'm going to put 6 p.m. So it's the symphony. So what this is the symphony plays the music for Star Wars while the movie is playing. So you get this concert on top of a great movie, and then they have, they've got little things, popcorn. So we thought we'd eat light so that if we want to get a popcorn or a candy bar or something, we could do that. So it's just like going to the movies. It is our movie night. I am so excited. Isn't this cute? So they don't have this a lot. They have probably a couple times a year, and we like to go to those. So I'm also going to put dinner up here, which is tomato soup. Let's do a different color here. Tomato soup and grilled cheese. So I've got to get to the store also. Cheese, and get that done. I'll have to go to groceries. So we get, this is our meal, and we'll have that around 5. And that'll give us plenty of time to get to the theater by 6. If we leave here around 5:30, that'll work. So if I have it ready at 5, we'll be good to go. Now I've got to get to the grocery store. So groceries, and I'll make my list later before I go. And then when I'm in the grocery store, I will tell you a bit of a secret. I love to listen to audiobooks. It keeps me from getting distracted and, not knowing what I'm doing. I also did a little laundry today, which I've needed to do. I'm keeping that up. I'm really focusing on getting my laundry caught up, which is just a necessity, right? I mean, I'm telling you, laundry is my biggest nemesis. I cannot stand doing it. It drives me nuts. It is constant, and I am always behind on it. So here is what I'm doing. I am doing a laundry. When I get up in the morning, I have a small bin or basket, and I have laundry in it, and I take it down and I put it in the washer. And then when I have my coffee time, and then I'm getting ready for work, I come up. Before I come up the stairs, I put that in the dryer. And then when I come back down, I put in another load when I leave. So I have got 2 loads. By the time I come back, the laundry is done. I can take down 1 more load and get that done. And then when I get home, I bring those back upstairs. Here's my secret though. I do not do an amount of laundry that I am not willing to fold. And secondly, I don't fold a lot of things. First of all, why fold your underwear? No one's gonna see it. You don't need to fold your workout stuff, your t-shirts. I fold a little bit, but I do that. I don't fold a whole lot. I do small loads that I'm willing to put up, so I don't have a gigantic amount. I'm not overwhelmed with that. And then I do them when I get home. Then I take the laundry out. I take it upstairs so I can get into some comfortable clothes, bring another load down, put it in after dinner, or when that's done, I put it in the dryer, fold it. When it's dried, I fold and take it up immediately and put it up. So that's my secret for laundry. It seems to work, but small loads have really helped me a bunch, and not folding everything has helped me a ton. Okay, so also I'm filming. So I'm gonna get my film out here. This is so big that I'm doing that. I'm going to film. Let's see, I'm gonna put what do I keep doing with those? Okay, I'm gonna put this, put film YouTube. Film, weekly, layout, weekly. I'll just put weekly, I know what that means. Okay. And that's what I've done. So I really feel like I've accomplished a lot, even though this was kind of a big week for me. This is how I kept it calm and cozy and capable. Okay, film weekly, and I want to edit it. I don't know if I'll get it up, but I can at least start editing. And I can put that here, start editing. Start the edit. Okay, and that is going to be here. And so we can at least upload something this week, so I can feel like I have done my YouTube stuff this week, because we did have that foul up, and that just helps me. That's life. Not everything is going to run perfectly in your life, and not everything's going to be great. But look what we're focusing on this week. Look at all the things we focused on, the positive things, the good things, and that helps us. That helps you see how unimportant these things are. When you realize how good your week is, that helps you realize that this is not as overcoming as you think it is. It's not as bad as you think it was. It's just not the biggest deal ever. In my head, it is a big deal. I feel like I failed, but the reality is I have not failed. Look at everything I did this week instead of that. And those things are going to happen. These kinds of mishaps are going to happen, and you're going to have them, and I'm going to have them. But the important thing is we move forward and keep going, not let that stop us from doing things we need to get done, and not let that stop us from continuing on with whatever we were doing, like my YouTube channel. What if I just dropped it? You can't do that, right? So that's why we do this. Okay, now Sunday I've got church, and I'm going to put my little Winston up there. I love these little Winstons. This is Nightingale Paper Company again. I really like it. Okay, so I am just gonna put church, and that starts at 9:15. We usually get out of there about 12:30. Now, here's the thing. I have a sale. I think it is Every Moment a Story is having a sale on Sunday. I've already got my cart loaded, so I can just need to put the code in, and Every Moment a Story. So I've got to send in order. So I've already been checking out my order. It's like 15% off for the whole website. So that is very important that I do that, because the stickers that I need and I will buy. So I have got my order ready to go, and all I have to do is put in the code and hit purchase, and we'll be ready to go. So I'm going to put that on there so I know that that's happening, and that is going to be it. Now that we've done that, I'm going to leave that open for tomorrow. I will figure that out tomorrow. Hopefully I'm also going to edit. I'm going to upload. So let's put upload video on there. Upload. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Sorry, guys. So hopefully it'll be this video that I upload. We'll see, right? Maybe I'll get it up Saturday, who knows? Okay, so there's that. And I'm gonna put my little YouTube sticker up there. So this is important too. There we go. All right, so our week is planned. The fun part is we're gonna throw in a few little fun stickers, some deco stickers here. We've got this cute snowflakes. I'll put those all around, still with that winter feeling. We've gotten all of our stuff now, so we can feel good about putting these kinds of things down. We're not going to be spending hours trying to figure out where to place the stickers and the exact right layout. We're going to place them on here where we like them and things look good. It's so tempting. I know we as planner people love to make everything look so good. And if you notice, you see, you can't even really see the edges of this tape now, because we've done planning. The whole weeks have been planned out. So I'll put it like that. There you go. So those are cute. I also have some little Winston stickers right here. The winter stickers, we can throw those in here now. We can just do some fun things now, because we finished all the important stuff. Sorry, not I. We finished all the important things, and now we get to have just a bit of fun to help us, just to make the week a little warmer, more cozy, more calm, and just fun. Plus, you got to play with your stickers, right? I love stickers. Okay, so I'm going to put Snuggle Up here. All right. I think we finished this. What do you guys think? I think this looks so great. And if you notice, I feel at least more calm, cozy, and capable because of this layout. I've got my this week appointments, which I put here. That's a double reminder, so I'm not forgetting anything. I've got next week what I've got to do, and then any kind of notes. I've also put on a Post-it note some things that I've remembered for the next week, and I will use that when I get there. I've got my minimum baseline. If this is too busy, I just need to do these things to feel like I'm meeting my goals. Remember our tiny changes. That's what these are for. And then I've got my grateful, where I can list things that I am very grateful for. And so why don't we list, let's see, phone calls with my daughter. I'm grateful for that. And then spending time with Matt. So as you can see, as you look back on your days of the week, you can see the things that meant a lot to you and that you were grateful for. So that I have left intentionally a lot of white space. This was a very busy week, and to stay calm, cozy, and capable, you want to leave your white space. You want to make sure you're planning in your events and your tasks that you have to get done, and check them off when you do them. And give yourself a little kudos at night. Just a little one for what you did get done. So I hope you enjoyed this today. I think the layout is adorable, and I hope that we have quelled some of the chaos that you have this week. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really appreciate it. I know you have tons of options out there. If you found this video to be helpful, please like and subscribe. And as always, please stay calm, stay cozy, and stay comfortable. And I'll see you next time. Bye.